All right, guys, welcome in. This is our inaugural episode. My name is Alex.
My name is G.
This is G, and welcome to Thunder Aquatics. So basically with Thunder Aquatics, what we want to do is we want to present the aquatics hobby as something more driven for the layperson and not necessarily something for people who are going to be completely technical about it, because we're not very technical about it. So as far as checking the pH and checking the KAH checking all that, that's not what we do. We're very interested in the hobby. We love animal life. We love fish especially. And so this was just something that we got into pretty much whenever this quarantine started. We actually happened to get a free 55-gallon fish tank. And so we set it up, and we had it set up for about a month and a half without anything in it. And then finally, when this pandemic hit, we finally just said, hey, let's go ahead and fill it up. Let's buy stuff for it. Let's buy the gravel for it. Let's buy the plants for it. Let's buy everything for it, the filter and everything. All that stuff came in within like a 1 week period.
Yeah.
And we finally set it up, and it's been great. I mean, we let it cycle for about 2 days, 3 days. So we put water in it.
We didn't want to do it too long.
Yeah, we didn't want to do it too long. So we put water in it.
Yeah.
We let it cycle for about 2 or 3 days. And then we've eventually bought fish since then. And so right now we have about 30 to 35 fish in here. And as far as over the past 3 months, fatalities that we've only had like 3 or 4 fish that have actually died.
Yeah.
2 of them died actually because they were sick when they came in.
Yeah.
It was the blue tetras, blue neon tetras. But other than that, everybody in here has been living very healthy, and we still have much of the fish that we originally got in the original order. We still have those fish. And so I'm going to go ahead and present you guys to some of the fish that we have in here, all the fish that we have in here. We don't have names for them as far as like pet names or anything like that.
We have some names.
Yeah, we have some names, but we'll present you to what we have in here. And then we also have a 10-gallon tank in the other room that we present to you, because that is our shrimp tank / snail tank / breeder tank.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and present you with this tank. Okay, so first off, we're going to go ahead and introduce you to
Our guppies.
So we have one male. He's back there. He's always chasing tail. All right, and then we have 3 females. So you see 2 of the females right there. Beautiful, beautiful orange tails. Usually with females, female guppies, a lot of times an easy way to kind of sex them, kind of gender them, is if you find a drab guppy, for the most part it's going to be female, and the more beautifully colored ones are going to be males. So this one is smaller, so it's a male. So we have 2 beautifully colored ones, and then we have a drab looking one over here, which we think is pregnant. So this one right here. And so we've already had one of these guppies had fry.
It was one of the orange ones.
One of the orange ones. So we'll go ahead and present you to the fry that are in the other tank. So those are our 4 guppies. We've had a lot of success with the guppies. They've done great. Over here we have our black neon tetras. Beautiful fish to look at. They're kind of fun. They stay together. A lot of these fish that we have in this tank are schooling fish. So they're all going to kind of stay together and group together.
And the neon tetras are like really hyper. So like when you try to get a net and catch them for something, they'll go so fast you can't even catch them.
They're very quick, yes. And these are the guys that we actually had about 2 more of these guys, but they came in with an illness. It's basically called tetra illness. We thought it was ick. So we actually bought a little round 1-gallon tank, but it wasn't ick. It turned out to be it's basically an internal parasite that these fish usually get. And so, we had to kind of separate them and quarantine them, and they eventually kind of passed away. But these guys have been great to have in the tank. Back there,
ooh, that's one of my favorites.
You see the Australian rainbow fish. So when it comes to rainbow fish, there's a lot more colorful varieties out there. These guys are more of the drabber, but these guys are fun. These guys are fun to have in your tank. You see they have like a silverish, bluish color. But they're always fun to have in a tank. They're always swimming around together. It's kind of like a gang of Australian rainbow fish. I have 5 of them in there. And then right here you see the black skirt tetras. We have 2 different types of black skirt tetras. You have the long fin black skirt tetra, like this one right here. And then of course opposite to that, so we have 2 of the long fin right there. And opposite to that, of course, we have the short fin black skirt tetras. Again, these guys are fun and, you know, kind of surprising to me. These guys are a little bit vicious. So if you happen to, if an insect happens to land in your tank, or if you happen to get a fly and just put it in your tank, these guys will nab it quickly. But I would not recommend that because you never know what kind of pesticides that fly has been exposed to. Okay, over here we have our red eye tetras. These guys are fun also.
Yeah, they're super fun. They're like our first fish that we had maybe in the 10-gallon. So we've had them for a lot. They're like the OGs. These
are the OGs. So some of these guys, they are transplants from the 10-gallon tank. Whenever the 10-gallon tank was just a fish tank, the only fish tank that we had. But these guys are fun also. These guys are community fish. They're schooling fish, so they tend to stay together. And they can get to about that size right there. It's probably about the biggest that they get right there.
3 inches, maybe 2 inches.
Okay. And then our, the guys that we love in this tank probably the most are the big guys right there. So we have the gourmies. That's an opaline gourmy. And we actually have we actually have 4 of these guys. So we have 1 up there, and then we have 3 that hang out back here behind this rock structure. Yeah. They're kind of being shy now. There they go. Now that we got them out in the open a little bit. These guys are beautiful. These guys are the OGs of the tank. They've been with us since the inception of this tank. And they're hardy fish. They don't need for a lot. And they've grown a lot since we've gotten them.
They look big, but they're so sweet. They're not even like a little bit vicious. They're so sweet, so calm, like they're so sweet.
Very docile, and they're always going up to the surface because they have the ability to breathe in a little bit of a little bit of oxygen, and so they get aerated oxygen from the surface. And then finally, we have our Chinese algae eaters. So we have 2 of them. So we have this one back here.
Oh, where's the other one?
This is the biggest one. And then the other one...
It may be inside his little hideout.
Inside of his little hideout right there. In the treasure chest, in the treasure barrel. Okay? But this guy right here...
I don't know.
He can be a little bit temperamental.
Aggressive.
A little semi-aggressive. He's very territorial. He's always chasing around fish.
Mm-hmm. Mostly the blue gourmies.
And they have a bad reputation that I've learned after I bought them, of course. But they have a bad reputation as being a fish that can latch on to slower moving fish, which we don't have any of those here. So like discus and things like that, and actually sucking the mucus off their skin. But in our tanks, they do a great job of getting the algae off the glass. There's no algae on this tank as far as glass goes. There may be some algae on these little fake plants. But as far as keeping the tank clean, these guys are grade A. But one of the things that we've learned as we've gotten these is that you probably should not get more than 1 of them. And so this is our bigger one. Mm-hmm. We have another smaller one in here somewhere. And if they see each other, the bigger one chases the smaller one.
Yeah. He's so fast. Like
these guys are very fast. And so, these are, I wouldn't say they're beginner fish. If you happen to have just 1 of them and you have a big tank, it may work out, but I would not get these guys if you have just a 10-gallon tank because they tend to grow. So this guy's about 4 inches. They can get as big as, I've read, 11 inches.
But ours can get like 6 inches because there's different not breeds, but different kinds of them.
Yes. So there's one. Where's the other one?
He might be under the. He might be in the barrel or under.
Yeah. No. So and then we also have in this tank something fun is we have 3 of these guys in there, and this guy's just showing out right now. All right, but these guys, these African dwarf frogs, we have 3 of them in this tank, and this is Bertha. She's the bigger one.
And our first one that we got
is Rizza.
He was like our OG. He was like way back we got him.
Yes, and he's still alive. He's in here somewhere.
Yeah.
But these guys are great for any tank. Also, they're fun to see. You know, they eat basically anything that you feed to the fish. They love bloodworms.
They love eating the algae wafers.
They love eating the algae wafers. But these guys are fun. These guys are, you know, just energy in a tank. They're always going up for air. They're always kind of swimming around. Yeah. But these guys are extreme fun. So if you're able to get one in your tank, get a couple in your tank, they don't take up too much space, and they don't have too much of a bio load. So these guys are very fun to have in a tank.
This is the OG tank. This is the first 10-gallon that we got. We were really new to this stuff, and we used to just have fish in here, and then we got the African dwarf frog.
Yeah, so we used to just have fish in here. We had an eclectic mix. Yeah. We had the fishes, we had the frogs, we had some shrimp in here, we had the Chinese algae eaters in here. So this used to be the main tank in the household before we got the 55-gallon. But then we got the 55-gallon tank, and so this tank has kind of turned into our shrimp tank number 1. It's mainly a shrimp tank. You see a shrimp guy right there. You see a cherry shrimp right there.
We have some Almanos, but they tend to hide a lot.
See, we have some Almano shrimp. Let me see if the OG Almano is here. Where is he at? Somewhere here.
We have a baby shrimp too. He's tiny.
Yes. But these guys are a lot of fun to have. I mean, these guys are easy. Number 1, they breed easily. But these guys are tons of fun to kind of...
Oh, the Almano's like right there.
Where's the Almano?
He's like in the dark. He's in the shadows. He's right there. You can't really see him.
Oh, that's a little one. That's the new one.
That's the little one.
There he is.
There he is. Chanel's right here.
Oh, there it goes. Coco Chanel.
We call her Coco Chanel.
This is the OOG.
Yeah, she's been with us a while. She was like the only shrimp in here, right?
Yeah. And we always thought she was a ghost shrimp until she got a little bit older and we realized that she was an Amano.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so we have about, what'd you say, about 15, 20 shrimp in here?
Yeah, but we mostly have ghost shrimp. But yesterday, Alex bought some cherry shrimp and some Almano.
Got a couple cherries. You see the cherry right there in the plant.
We have some up here. It's very hard to see them, but...
Yeah, hey buddy, how you doing?
He's so cute.
He's waving hi. Okay, but then also... We have our golden mystery snail.
Or apple snail, as they sometimes call it.
Yes. So we have one right there. And then we have another 2 down here, and they seem to be stuck on each other.
They love each other.
Yep. Those 2 love each other. And we have another cherry shrimp right there. Say hi, buddy. And then also, if you see swimming around,
we have some guppy fry.
We have our guppy fry in here. And so we have about 30 guppy fry in here. Yeah. And we honestly don't know what to do with these guys now. So they're getting bigger. We're feeding them, and we're raising them.
Yeah. But none have died at all.
Yeah, none of them have died, but we also know that 30 guppies will not fit in this tank.
Yeah, when they grow up.
And so, we're looking to home them. We'll probably put about 5 or 6 of them into the 55-gallon tank, which leaves us with about 25. We may go ahead and give some to a local store. Also, my parents, we may give them some for their fish tank. But yeah, I mean, it's a good problem to have. And, you can see this guy right here. He's starting to get some color on his tail. Yeah,
they're starting to get color and pattern. They're getting way bigger. They used to be teeny weeny.
Oh, all these guys are starting to get some pattern. Color. So they're almost 4 weeks old.
They're almost a month old. In like 5 more days, they're almost a month.
So yeah, those are our tanks, guys. But until then, I'm Alex. This is G. And we are signing off of Thunder Aquatics.
We're out.
We're out.